And without further ado, Dead Guy, can you hit up the stream intro, please and thank you? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my talk show. I'm your host, Lawlman Rebel, here, back at again with another interview with a special guest by the name of Lawman. He's going to be joining us very momentarily here. Just a reminder to everybody, quickly, if you haven't already, please, if you have a question for Lawman and I, please type in the chat, !point questions with an S. Basically, it's a form. It's very simple. You put your username and you put your question. The reason why I do this method rather than just directly reading Twitch chats, because my Twitch chat has gotten a lot more larger since I started, so it's really tough to pick questions and then I lose them and I can't remember and I have to scroll up. It's very annoying. Basically, time consuming, so best scenario is to basically use questions and then you just write up your thing, I read the form, and there you go. But hopefully everyone enjoys the show. So without further ado, let me introduce my guest here, coming from behind the curtains, Lawman.
Yay!
Hey! What's going on, man?
Hey!
Welcome,
good to be
man.
here, dude. I love the world. The set is incredible.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, this is all made from scratch, man. Professional stuff, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very high quality world, I can tell. But,
So,
yeah, happy to be here, man.
yeah,
How you
absolutely.
doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So again, this is Lawman, and so first things first. You're here. You're in desktop mode. That's fine. But how was it like getting into streaming for the first time? How did that happen for you?
Oh man, streaming. Well, let me answer real quick. The first thing. In desktop because I figured it seems kind of like it felt kind of like a podcasty type thing. So I want to be on my best microphone for the best possible audio, and that's why I'm on desktop. But my start in streaming was kind of weird because it basically I had known and associated with a bunch of streamers who I was friends with, and so we would play games and do RP stuff on like Ark Survival Evolved servers on Twitch RP, and we would all do this kind of the same thing. Like we'd play our characters and we'd run around and be idiots doing RP stuff, as you're familiar with. I'm sure a lot of people in the audience would be.
Yes.
And we just did the same thing, but they would stream it and make money somehow. I was like, wait, you can make money doing this? Like you're broadcasting this to like hundreds of people, doing like cool stuff, interacting with your chat and playing the same thing. So I was like, man, I could do that. It's just kind of.
All right. I got you. Do you have world sounds on, by the way?
I do. I heard that laugh track.
All right, good. Let's make sure.
That's good. That's a real ego booster.
Of course, man. What do you mean? There's millions of people watching, dude. The stadium is filled. Yeah, absolutely. COVID. You got tested, right?
I've not been tested, but I haven't shown
Excuse
any
me?
symptoms. But you don't just get tested for no reason.
Dude, you're standing like a couple feet away from me. What if you're infected with the core fungus or something, dude? I don't know what you got.
What? I mean, this isn't like The Last of Us. I'm not gonna like get spores all over the place. I mean,
You don't know, man.
we're fine.
What if you rip?
Listen,
what if you rip
I'll get
ass?
tested right now. That would be if that's how people got infected. I think there might be. Would there be more or less cases? You think?
I don't know. That's kind of tough to say. I don't know, man. But anyway,
True.
you got into streaming because you're playing the Twitch RP server with your friends. Who are your friends?
Well, let's see. Back then, I was really good friends with my buddy Mitch, aka Game With Me, and he was friends with Kraken because they had done Twitch RP stuff, and they kind of popularized it, at least in my eyes, on YouTube by making like the Worms videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was friends with Mitch, and then I realized, like, you know, Mitch back then was a fairly large streamer by comparison, and you know, his game was Ark, and I was playing with him all the time, and I loved doing that stuff. And so, yeah, it was just like him, and then Kraken was his friend, and then Bed Bananas was the friend of both of them. And Bed was filming like a little movie / video on Ark and stuff, and he wanted me to fill in and be an extra. So I was doing stuff with him, helping him out, and we spent so much time together that we became friends and started hanging out. And then we did stuff with the whole gang, and that's kind of how I met big streamer group.
And then they were like, "Yo, you should stream Lawman. Come on, dude, you're funny."
Well, you know, I had support. Like, definitely, I think I had support, and I had people around me who were established creators who helped lift me up and you know, helped me get my start. But my motivation to stream was just kind of like by watching them. You know, I was like looking at them. We were doing the same fucking thing. Like, we were playing silly characters, having a good time. They just had people watching them do it, and I was like, fuck it, I'll give that a try. That was like 2017, I want to say.
Oh snap! That means you started around the same time I did for streaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Except for me, it was for VR chat, man. I'm a boomer of VR chat, dude. I'm an old man. I'm like
the old VR chat minds.
Back in my day, damn knuckles. Now they're non-existent. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the thing that my friends did for me was definitely just to rebrand, because my name used to be Mr. Lawman 1, and you know, that's a fucking mouthful.
Oh
so
God.
Shortening it to just Lawman, you know, 2 syllables is already like, everyone wants to shorten my name. They're like, can I call you Lol or Man? I was like, no, neither of those mean anything to me. You have to call me my full name.
Oh, it's like Rafflegator. Yo, what's up, Rolf? What's up, dude? What's up, Lol?
What's up, Raffle?
What's up, Raffle? Raffle, dude.
Hey, Waffle.
He should get his name just as Gator, you know? Or Rob Gator.
Honestly.
Gator Rob.
Rob Gator?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's got to be a better option than Raffle Gator.
I'm trying to get the name
You know,
Rebel.
who am I to judge?
One of these days, man. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you got into streaming because you're friends, you know, and they pushed you and they helped you up, they uplifted you. Just remember, you know, just a reminder. So, now then, how did you get into, like, what was your first experience with VR chat like?
Well, I was kind of ground floor with it, but I didn't have the money or the time for VR itself. So I was desktop boy when like Sam and Whoops and them kind of. Well, it was them and like a bunch of others that they were associated with. I remember, like, what was it, Team 5? I think they called it.
Yeah, I was part of that
stuff, and yeah, they were all doing that kind of stuff, and so it was cool, and I was interested in it. But as a desktop boy, I didn't feel like sinking time into it.
Yeah.
And so just kind of watch them have fun. But I did meet some cool friends, and I remember the times we had, because, you know, my rich streamer friends, they were able to afford the VR, and I watched them have fun with it. But personally, I didn't get into it until like a year later. And by that point, there was a lot less hype around it, and it was mostly meme stuff. And so I took a big break from it for a while. And then I came back like another year later, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna, you know, hang out and do like every Saturday night. I'm gonna drink and stream and just run around public lobbies and go crazy and, you know, have fun. But then that kind of weared down on me, and then I took a long break again, and then I came back sort of recently, a couple months ago, with Callous Row, because that was cool, and I wanted to be part of that. And then, yeah, now I spend a lot of time in VR, maybe too much.
Oh man. Well, the next question was about Callous Row. So you play Mr. Goldman of Wodo. How did that character come into video?
Goddamn right.
Yeah. Oh god.
Well, Man, Goldman is actually a fun story because he is from originally Sub Rosa. So if you don't know what Sub Rosa is, it's like a 1980s businessman simulator, but with extreme violence. And so there's these little pixelated guys that run around, and they you have three business corporations, and they're all trying to secure money or the disc, and the disc is like just a briefcase, just some corporate shit. And so you're trying to secure those, and so the three businesses are called Monsoda, Goldman with an E, Goldmen, and then what is it? Forget the last one. Shit. Whatever. Anyways, so I was part of Goldman one round. Literally, this is like a round-based like team fighting game, basically. And one of the rounds, we were just doing light RP stuff, and I was like, I'm not just the manager, I'm the gold man of gold men.
Yes.
And everyone, was like, oh yeah. So kind of just ran away with that character. And my character at the time in Sub Rosa had like a big old pixelated afro. And that's where he got his big orange Cheeto hair afro from. And then that's kind of where I came up with like the businessman voice, like the Spider-Man kind of, God damn it, I want those pictures of Spider-Man.
Yes.
And so that character just kind of bled into other RPs and stuff that I did with the gang. And then, Callous Row was a perfect opportunity because we were brought in by Arcadum to do corporate RP because they wanted a corporate map.
Yes.
And I was like, oh man, who's the best businessman I know? It's my character Goldman.
Yeah. So basically, Goldman is you're just basically role playing Sub Rosa. So let's be real here. When you're a corporate, when you're playing as Mr. Goldman and Callous Row.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. You're like, where's the briefcase?
What? And he's entirely focused on money.
Yeah. Did you get the briefcase the last session or no briefcase?
No briefcase this session. I had to
Damn.
hide in a bunker because people were dying outside our building. It was crazy.
What the hell?
But then the VR chat servers kind of shit the bed, and I had to call the session early.
Oh yes.
Sad.
Yes. Very very poop. No, it's interesting that like there's like 100 120 role players in Callous Row, and your character and my character have never even really interacted at all. That just goes to the scope of the game. Yeah.
Definitely shows the scope of the Callous Row and how many people there are in it, and so many talented people too. Like I remember looking at like some of the cast, and I was seeing it's such a star-studded lineup. So very happy to be part of it. But my character definitely doesn't get to interact with a lot of people because I am kind of locked into the upper city. Like my character can basically never go to the Undercity or the Wasteland. So that's 2 maps gone. And if he's going to the row, it better be for good reason, because he's so, high up there. He's in money and important and blah, blah, blah. So I don't get to see a lot of the cool stuff, but, maybe that'll change.
Possibly. I mean, last session I went up to the upper city. I went to every corporation and nobody was around. I was just like, damn, everyone's must be busy. What's the hell's going on? And then you watch clips and people are like, oh yeah, this guy's getting shot and killed. I'm like, how did I miss this, dude? What the hell? It's just there. What? Me and RP is like, I'm just sort of like, just like everything's burning around me. I'm just like, shit, like I'm just a simple mechanic. What the fuck is going on around here, dude? Just trying to make business deals, man. That's me.
You might be one of the mechanics we're looking for. We're looking for a mechanic right now in RP.
Oh, I'm the best mechanic in the whole goddamn RP, I tell you what.
Ooh, damn. Well, maybe we will have an interaction in the future.
Yeah, I mean, Mars did. They used me to fix V, the robot. So I'm the best mechanic.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, if they recommend you, then we'll go straight to you. I mean, we'll see how it pans out.
I mean, last session, what I did was I actually offered myself, because I have vehicles. I don't know if you knew this, but I actually own vehicles in the Wasteland, but like no corporation actually uses them. So I had to personally go to every corp last session and then try to talk to whoever was there and said, like, listen, you don't need to bully the Wastelanders to get cars. You can just talk to me and I'll give you a car. In fact, my cars are the fastest. Is that any bells for you?
Well,
Would you bully some Wastelanders? I've been hearing stories. I've been hearing stories.
Yeah. I mean, well, see, Goldman wasn't there, but Wodo Corporation definitely had to make some aggressive acquisitions because we had a mission to do. We didn't want Wastelanders getting in the way. Dirty people below the upper city. We don't associate with them. We take what we want. Evil corporation style.
Yeah, I told one of your. I think it was one of the new characters for Wodo. One of the businessy people. I don't know I forget their name was, but it was like a new character that just got dropped in. And they were like, "Oh yeah, Mr. Goldman, Ricky, whatever. Nobody's here but me." And I'm like, "Well, go talk to your bosses then. Tell them that you just hire me." So we'll see if your
Yeah.
intern or whatever falls up on their stuff. But anyway,
I hope so.
Anyway, the other thing about Kalos Row is what do you think about like just the overall your character interacting with others? Do you think there's anything that you want to work on, anything that you want to get implemented into the role play, or are you satisfied with what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation where I'm actually pretty happy with my character and what they're getting up to and that kind of stuff, but it ends up being a lot of like boardroom meetings and like conversations, and then I delegate stuff that is actually cool to like my colleagues and my associates, and I don't really get up to that much. So I'm happy with all their interactions and the direction of my character, but I'd love to. That's why I kind of do a half and half stream, or at least I've been trying to. Of I do Goldman for a while, or I do this like generic soldier for a while, because the things that they get up to are drastically different, and I can kind of experience both sides of it. Where like the soldier goes along with like a recon group and goes and scouts out some like dangerous place, or maybe they get into a fight, or they hold somebody up. And then Goldman is all about boardroom meetings and making executive decisions and financial calls and stuff like that. So I think both have their merits, and I'm happy to run both of those. But overall, yeah, it's all good. I like it.
All right. I just wanted to ask, because yeah, like I've been in the role place for 2 years. I've been in it since like episode 1 last year, and the map was a lot smaller, man. It was just one map. It was just the row plus like a little section of the Undercity. That was it. Like that's all we had. So like every like sort of like corporate raid or any type of like quest involved everybody. So it was just like the row versus generic NPC goons. That was basically it. And like me being a mechanic, I'm useless in a fight, so I just got roped into everything. I was like, well, I guess I gotta hide for the next 4 hours for this session. I got nothing to do. I didn't like that. Now I like the fact where it's 4 maps, there's like shit going on all over the place, and I can start my own storylines and involve with who I want to. Yeah.
How do you feel about like there's more faces to put like on your enemies now, like instead of just like the corporations, it's like, man, Goldman is really fucking me over, or like the CEO of Mars has really been on my nerves. Like I bet that's probably changed the dynamic from what I've heard.
Yes, yeah. So when the RP for season 1, it was literally just corp, like any corp versus the like it wasn't a specific corporate. It was just if you're a corp, fuck you. Like everyone just hated you.
Yeah.
But in season 2, it's more definitely like, because like I work under contract with Sanity, and they've always been really nice to me, giving me a lot of money and like upgrading things. So they're always very nice to me. So I'm like, yeah, I love Sanity. Yeah, fuck yeah. And then when I think of like certain corps, like I guess, I don't know, what would be the most hated corporation? I don't know, maybe like Navarra, because I keep hearing how they like experiment on people. That's kind of fucking weird. So like there's definitely some like allegiances where I have with certain corps and some I don't. Like, I don't know, Mars has been pretty alright to me, and Atlantis is trying to, Atlantis is trying to hire me to be a model. Or some modeling gig. I don't know. There's a lot of, like, stuff going on, so, yeah. I definitely have certain allegiances.
The identity of each corporation.
Yeah, there's definitely allegiances I have with certain corps and some characters I don't like. I mean, my character Lily hates magic, so I hate basically everyone in the Undercity by default.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Don't talk to Damien from Talaris about that. I heard he just killed someone.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. Shot him with a
Yes.
fucking fireball. Blew him up.
Yes.
That's what I was told.
I heard there was an elevator that led to the Shadow District or the Necromancy layer, and then apparently
That's what we needed a mechanic for.
And then the elevator blew up.
Oh.
I wonder who did that.
Okay. Maybe someone with magic. It's kind of funny. At the beginning,
Totally.
we didn't even really, me and Krigan's characters didn't even really believe in magic. We kind of made that our thing. We're like, oh yeah, sure, you do magic, sure thing. And then, slowly over the course of the sessions, we've come to accept it. But it was kind of funny at first because we were like, oh yeah, I'm sure. And then, I don't know if you've ever seen, but Devin's character Damien tried to do like an invisibility like getaway thing, or like he tried to leave the room by going invisible, and he fucked it up. And he just waved his hands in the air and was like blah 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 blah, and did like a magic spell that didn't work, and he just walked out of the room, and we just started dying laughing, just fucking watching him
Musician
magic.
Whoa, magic. I saw that clip. I was laughing. I was like, holy shit, dude. I think it was more funny that he fucked it up.
Yeah.
So moving on. So the next thing I want to talk about is your OC, the character represents yourself. Much like myself, you have a JJ model. How did you decide to pick this as your character, the one that represents your channel, your brand, your emotes?
Well, it didn't start off that way. For a long time, my brand was just a comedy and tragedy mask, and then I switched that up to comedy and tragedy mask on the theme of like a Joker playing card, and then that was my thing for a while. And then I finally settled with getting like an actual character based around it because I'd seen, obviously there's a market for the successful examples of it, like Whoops and Strippin, who have done very well for themselves with cute emotes. Cute emotes are great.
Yes.
And so this model came about because a friend of mine, Ewick, shout out to Ewick, started like, trying to get me like a fan art piece of this kind of like character that didn't exist yet. So I worked with them and an artist to kind of design the outfit and come up with what I wanted. And so the character's meant to be kind of like a mix between like a casino bunny girl, where that's with like the one piece like leotard kind of thing, and then the rest is just kind of like Joker theme and playing card. I don't know if you can see it, I can't see it on myself right now, but on my hip there's like the card.
Oh yeah.
And I like the black and white theme because that was,
it's right there on the back part. Yes.
And I don't know, just black and white kind of stuck out to me because there's a lot of color association with brand and stuff too. So like there's a lot of people with like reds and purples and greens and stuff, but I actually didn't see them any with like black and white, and it worked with the mask. So yeah, I think it all came together pretty well. Let me see if I can. Ooh, hang on. Here's an idea. Whoop. Hat, mask.
Oh snap!
That worked.
Yeah, it did.
So like,
who are you?
I'm incognito.
What?
So like the hat is obviously very jester. The mask is also kind of like mysterious and stuff like that. But these are all from the original piece that I worked on with my friend and the artist, and I loved how it turned out. And so now I've just kind of, then I worked with JJ because I wanted a model for VR chat. So Strippin recommended JJ Nomu, and yeah, I really like it. I'm a big fan of how it turned out.
Yeah, if you type in the chat, ask me to show a model, it goes to our Twitter. Epic. Yes. Why an anime woman instead of an anime man?
Honestly, I mean, I think a lot of people find the female form more attractive. I think you could look around in VR chat and kind of see that for yourself, where it's just like,
true.
The female form is superior.
Oof. Oh man. Listen, You suffer from what I've got. We got anime girlitis, dude. It's contagious. You start off as an anime guy or like Master Chief or something. You see those like nice e-girl models, and you're just like, whoa. You're like, I'll try them, whatever, dude. You click on, you look yourself in the mirror, and you're like, oh, whoa, holy shit, and you're just like, oh my god.
I definitely I have heard both sides of the argument. So there's the argument that like I'm a straight guy. When I see in the mirror, what do I want to look at? A dude or, you know, a cute anime girl? And
True.
So you look in the mirror, you see a cute anime girl, you're like, ooh, nice. But then, you know, I'm kind of regressing at this point where it's like I don't feel like I'm me as much in this model. I kind of feel like I'm the character, and it's a little bit weird. So I actually I kind of want both. Weirdly enough, I kind of want a male version and a female version, but it's hard to, you know, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I also I tried to design the male version, and man, coming up with male fashion so hard, you know.
Yeah, girls just put a nice dress on, show some booba, and it's like, whoo, I'm done. Let's go.
Ooh, longa malongalo.
Ooga ooga. You know, I get what you're saying. I also suffer from TWS. You know what that is?
Nope, probably not in the sense you're thinking.
It's thick waifu syndrome. When I look down, I can't see my feet anymore. It's a very serious problem.
Yeah. No, that was another reason. That's another reason I want to kind of get like when I'm in the, because I have that buff Mario avatar. I use that one a lot, and I can see my feet when I do that. But if I'm in VR and I'm using this one, I just like bawanga, and I can't see like my hands as well. If my hands are kind of low, I can't see my feet or the ground. But you know, using a male model, you can because it's just flat chest.
Just lean forward, dude.
Just hunch over, get like the Hunchback of Notre Dame style.
Yeah,
just comfy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, it is what it is, man. I suffer every day, dude. So that's why I tell people, hey, you know, you got a Twitch Prime, use on your local anime waifu, sufferer from anime girlitis. I'm suffering every day internally. Can't I listen? I'm handicapped. I literally can't see 30% of my FOV, dude. If someone's shorter than me, I can't see them. Literally, like I'm like, who's talking, dude?
Exactly.
I'm like, who's talking? We suffer every day, man. People don't understand.
People don't know our struggle.
It's a serious epidemic, dude. Very serious. Anyway, so you've been going to the Golden Gator for a while now. How's the experience there?
It's been good. I think, you know, it's basically Strippin showed me that as well. And he was like, he kind of pitched it as like a little hangout because for quarantine, you know, we were all cooped up inside our houses for so long.
Yeah.
And there's no socialization. So I really liked the idea of it. And Sam was talking to me, and he was like, yeah, this is a great like middle ground of like, you know, you can't go out and hang out with people IRL, but sitting around in your house all day is kind of boring and lonely, and like getting on a Discord call is one thing, but it's really nice to be able to go into VR and like talk to people and associate with them face to face, quote unquote, and like interact and do that kind of stuff. And then I didn't really know what it was about, to be honest. I just knew it was like a place that people hung out at. I didn't know there was like RP lobbies and game nights and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of just tried out each day that they have their events and stuff. And yeah, I took a leg into it. It's fun, good stuff.
That's great. That's awesome. And now you have your own personal mute. You got Taiga as your mute.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're not a mutelet anymore.
Taiga. Yeah, true.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'll be honest. When I came into the lobby, that the idea of that was weird to me. But as I kind of, you know, leaned into it a bit, it was fun. It was cool. I see it. It's a very interesting dynamic, and it's clearly it's effective. You know, it's good content. People love their cute mutes, and you know, it's a good time. And I like hanging out.
Yeah, you gave Taiga a home. You know.
Adopt. Well, they were with the home already, but I don't know if you heard the story of how it came to be. But you know, they were previously with Moxie, and I came in and I bet Taiga a game of pool, and I won the game of pool. And I said, if I win, you have to drop the mute relationship with Moxie and become my mute instead. And they agreed to it. Now, of course, if I lost that game, I gave them a anytime, anywhere favor token, except for tattoos. I said I would do literally anything at any point, as long as it's not a tattoo or permanent marking on my body. And so, that was a high stakes game.
Damn. Holy shit. High stakes game, and you won, dude. Now Moxie's mute-led, dude. You took away his mute. The other person took away his other mute.
He lost both.
Yeah, he's a fucking mute-led now, dude. Damn.
Phew. But I'm kind of the pool champion, so I haven't lost a 1v1 game of pool in VR since the little table game out. So I'm.
Oh shit.
I wasn't too afraid. This is actually a call out to anybody out there watching that wants to fight me 1v1. I will destroy you and take whatever you want. I'll take any bet except for the same thing. I won't do tattoos and I won't do permanent markings on my body of stuff like that. But I'll fuck you up. I'll take you on, and I'll cash in. That's what I do.
Damn, dude, that's hardcore, man. You're gonna. Someone's gonna fight you, man. Yeah, you're gonna have a whole stream where you're just like, all right, let's play pool for 4 hours. You're just gonna beat everyone. You're gonna be like 50-0, dude.
I would love that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'll take you up on that. Maybe we'll fight for I don't know, something simple like a sub or something. If I win, you sub to me, and if I lose, you sub, or so you know what I mean? Like we sub to each other, bullshit like that.
Of course. I mean, I'm down for small bets too. I just, I like there to be stakes, like the rush. I like the rush of every shot mattering.
Absolutely. Same, bro. Makes it worth it, So we're gonna take this, we're a little more hard-hitting questions, So you've been around the Golden Gator for a while.
Okay.
All right. So I like to ask this question because it's always an interesting one. So we're gonna ask, fuck, marry, kill, but instead it's gonna be ERP, marry, and then delete / block from the Golden Gator. Because kill's kind of extreme.
Oh wow. Yeah. Huh. That's just of everyone in the lobby? Because I'm still meeting new people all the time.
Yeah.
So it's ERP. Was it still Mary? ERP, Mary, and block or whatever?
Block / delete. You're just like, I hate this person. Why are they even here? Delete, block.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I think I would start off with, let me think. I want to say I would marry a good friend of mine or somebody who I know would be good long run, which I think would be, weird as it is, I think I would marry like one of my good guy friends over there,
Yeah.
I don't know who else. I don't know all the women in the lobby yet, so I think I would marry like Sam or Rob from the lobby.
Damn, All right.
My boys got the they got my back. True homies.
Okay.
But yeah, Kraken too would be an option, but he doesn't. He's not as long term. So definitely marry a homie. ERP. Who's got like the finest model? Because that would be a big part of it. I would also want it to be female, of course, as a straight man. That's a hard one. Fuck. Who is? Oh, no, not that drum roll. I'm not. I want to say like. It's hard to get it out, dude. It's hard to say it. How do you? Whew. Okay, I think I would do it with Dea or somebody else that I can't remember their name right now.
What do they look like?
I mean, they got Big Booba.
Okay. What's that, stripping? Like, who else is there, dude? Like, I don't know.
I'll stick with my answer.
Okay.
Novella's Dea.
Okay.
And then, man, this has got me sweating, bro. This is hard to say on air. So that's ERP. I had to marry and then delete from the lobby.
Yeah, or block. You're just like, I hate this person. Why they keep talking to me, dude? They're fucking annoying, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Hmm. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I don't want to be rude though, you know? Like, man, this
Listen, this is hard-hitting questions, okay? This is where it is, man. This is spicy, bro. Listen, this is big ones.
Maybe
This is called big ones of bigger questions and bigger boobas, okay? Listen, man, you gotta answer the question, all right? Who would you delete? Who would you block?
Man, this is brutal. I mean, so there was one time.
Uh-huh.
I don't actually want to delete anybody or block anybody, but if I had to, my one of my worst interactions was with my rat character was trying to do like this big goal, and we were trying to have this big night, and the Sweepo bot, the damn Sweepo bot, shut us down all night. Now,
Ultra
however.
Roth.
I love Ultra Roth, and I think we have, you know, we've had good times together, like off the RPs and stuff. So I wouldn't actually want to delete them, but if I had to choose, you know, that Sweepo got in the way of my rat RP, and I'd have to take him out.
Damn. That goddamn Sweepo cucking content, dude. That's the worst crime, dude. Jeez. Okay, well, anyway. Are you sweating, dude? Really?
Yeah, that woo. Yeah, man.
Okay.
That got me.
All right. All right. We'll switch it up. What's your favorite game as a kid? We'll make it we'll switch back to some lighthearted stuff, you know? Any like childhood games?
I'm ready for these hard-hitting questions. Like, we have to slow down.
No, we'll go back and forth, man. You know, we'll slow it down and ramp it up.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Favorite childhood game?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember how old this was, if it even counts as childhood, but Fallout 3 was an absolute jam. One of my favorite games of all time, and I played it nonstop. I knew every single thing about the game, and it could, like, I had a friend of mine, IRL, who loved the game almost as much as me, and we would have like trivia question offs of like, what NPC gives you this quest to go here, and what's on the floor of the building on the left side of the room at this one location? I was like, fucking boom! It's the robot named blah, and like we were turbo into that kind of game. I don't know, something about it was like, it was a world I'd never seen before, of like fucking dead everything, like post-apocalyptic, and that got me into it. So I don't know if you count that. If you want to go back farther, then I would say like Warcraft 3.
Oh, with custom games.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. That was the shit, dude. Dragon Ball Z, Warcraft 3 custom game, dude. That was the shit. Or like, the Frozen stuff. What's it called? The TD stuff. Tower defense. Like Winter Mall. Yeah.
Yeah, Winter Mall.
That was good.
I liked all that stuff. However, as a kid, I couldn't really get into the Dota lobbies to play Dota, because they would kick you out if you're like new. So you would constantly be trying to join a lobby, but they're like, oh, you're new, kick you out. But like, how do you not be new? It was like coming out of college with like job experience to be able to apply for a job. Like, how do you how do you not be new?
Yeah.
If everyone kicks you out when you try to join because you're new, how do you not be new? But yeah, I remember that. That was good times.
I gotcha. I heard that you experienced Phantom Sense.
True. Yes, I do.
How does it feel as someone who has Phantom Sense? Is it very strong with you? If someone was to walk through you, would you feel it and be like, oh, my soul?
No. It's I feel like there's just a lot of misconceptions about it. But basically, for me, if I'm focused on it and paying attention, and somebody does an interaction, like, you know, puts a finger on my arm in my avatar, then my brain thinks to itself, I wonder if you should be feeling this sense on your arm. And it kind of, it's like imagine like the lightest touch of like skin you could possibly do, but still register your nerves on your skin. It is very, very light, but it's there enough to the fact where like different sensations can be felt as well. So like I feel my phantom sense goes to the extent of I can feel super light touch, I can feel heat and cold, and like two different textures, which is like skin. And one time I vividly remember I walked into a plant and I felt the leaves on my face like hit me, and I was like I was stunned for a second because I was like, what the fuck? That shouldn't have happened. And I think it was this Hawaiian plant. So I've been to Hawaii a bunch of times, and they line the walkways with this very specific type of plant, and you're always getting smacked in the face by them because you're walking down this sidewalk. And I felt that exact experience replayed in my mind when I walked into a plant in VR, and that one really stuck with me. So I do feel bits of phantom sense, but I think other people feel it stronger than I do. But it's
you gotta train
cool,
yourself,
and I like learning more about it. Yeah.
You gotta level up, dude. You gotta like meditate, go into the hyperbolic chamber of phantom sense. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's why I went to a phantom sense seminar in VR, and it was mostly stuff I'd already heard before, but the one thing I learned about was the idea that you can experience it stronger in different areas of your body, right? So for me, my arms are my strongest, and then it's like my legs, and then my face, and then like the rest. And so the idea is you start somewhere you feel it the most and move to somewhere you feel it less. So like for me, if you start on my arm and then go to my chest, I feel that more than if you started at my chest, which is I don't know, just a fun little fact if you were going to that seminar.
Okay,
it's cool.
Interesting. How did it feel to be into VR / full body for the first time? Was it weird where you're like, oh my god, whoa, I'm anime?
Yeah. So my first experience with VR, like ever, was at Whoops's house, and we did cool stuff like Blade and Sorcery, and I was like swinging around killing people, and that was awesome. Luckily for me, I didn't ever experience at any point the like motion sickness that some people feel from it. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, after I tried it at Whoops's house, dude, I came back and I was like, holy shit, I have to get VR. And I set aside, it was like $1,100. I was like, yeesh, all right. Got a Vive Pro, had it since, and it's good times. And then getting into full body for the first time, before I had it, I would always make fun of people or call them leg flexors, because in VR chat, they would like move their legs around and do cool stuff that I couldn't do, and I was upset. But then I got full body, and I was like, now I'm the leg flexor, and I really got into it. I like being able to do kicks and, you know, sit down in chairs and stuff properly and do cool stuff like that. I would say getting VR for the first time was like 60% of the experience, but getting full body and having it full body track was probably the rest of the 40%. It was like almost as good as getting VR for the first time was getting full body.
I heard in the Golden Gate you pretend to be a mute for a day or something like that, for a night.
Oh yeah.
How was that experience?
This avatar?
Yeah. Shaking your hips.
Well, that was my first night to it, and it was part of my subathon goal for New Year's. I do a New Year's subathon every year, and one of my goals was to be a mute for a day. And so I went in. This was also when, you know, Sam was telling me about the Golden Gator lobby, so I was like, all right, I'll, you know, knock out two birds with one stone. I'll check out the lobby and also get rid of my mute for a day goal that I had to do, and just went in as a mute, and, you know, people were really into it. And actually it was weird, definitely weird, because I had a lot of moments where I was very frustrated not being able to speak or, like, you know, express my thoughts in a coherent way, because I also didn't know any sign language at all at the time.
Yeah. So
I would just like wave my hands around and be confusing. But then, let's see, what was I saying? And then it really caught on, because I would just do stuff like, because I can't communicate, I would just like shake my hips and shake my ass around.
Oh yeah.
And my Rob said that one of his top videos right now is the one involving me because it's I've got a good model. I'm very happy with this model, and I was being lewd and flirtatious. So
how did it feel?
Were in.
Yeah, how did it feel when people were hitting on you in the lobby? Were you into it?
Well, no, but there's that certain part of me that is dying inside every time I do something vaguely sexual in VR, where it's I'll do a strip show as Buff Mario.
Yeah.
And I'm just to myself, I'm just laughing the whole time. But I think I just think it's funny.
I heard you went to some after parties, the ones that can't be streamed. How's that experience? You heard about the guy that was, what was it, licking people or something?
Okay, well, calling it an after parties is, that sounds like we had a party then went there. No, this was first thing in the morning.
The party.
Listen, let's be frank. It was a BDSM sex club in VR.
Whoa, okay, dude. Damn. Holy shit.
But listen. You're not, again, we cut the feed there. It's going to sound a lot worse. I went because that's where the Phantom Sense seminar was. So,
wait, what? What?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna teach you Phantom Sense, and then you're gonna get strapped to a bed and slapped around with this whip or something. What the fuck?
So, okay, God, there's so much to this. Okay, so that was this Sunday. 2 Sundays ago, I went with Crumpet. They invited me to go because they were like, "This is a crazy funny place." It's Crumpet calls it content farming because you do meet some of the craziest, weirdest people you'll ever know, and they let you go there and just kind of farm these stories and watch people, do their weird stuff as long as you don't, tell their names or expose them.
Of course.
So you go there and you will see. I mean, my first time there was a fucking roller coaster. I went in and I got lost on my way in, and I just saw people just ERPing, boning. I walked past a bunch of furries. Then I went to there's so many. We've met this girl who had these mega mondo tits that would go to the actual floor like giant beanbag chairs.
What?
You meet the craziest people. So it was so funny, and I was only there for 10 minutes the first time, and so 10 minutes I experienced this roller coaster of people. I went to go talk to Crumpet. Crumpet just goes there and hangs out too and just watches and meets people, and we wanted to talk real quick, so we're like, okay, let's go to the back room and talk real quick. So we slip away to this back room because we're just going to talk about hey, how you doing, Crumpet? What's this place? Tell me about it. And we go into this back room. It's unlocked, and there's just 2 people going at it, heavy, loud breathing, and we just walked in on them, and then we stayed for 3 seconds, and they didn't blink or move or bat an eye. We were just there, and so we slipped out to the hallway. This was crazy. And then, we just started talking about it. And then I agreed to come back because the next Sunday we were going to do the Phantom Sense seminar. So that's what I was doing this Sunday. And I go in and they're like, because I thought it was going to be right away. I thought they'd do the Phantom Sense seminar and then maybe they'd do the rest of their event. It turns out it was the other way around. And so I had to sit around for an hour watching these people do their thing and get up to it. And so that's where we met the tongue guy who can he claims that he can phantom sense or phantom taste with his tongue, and he had this 9-foot long smoker tongue from Left 4 Dead, and he just across the room and just lick somebody. And I was in my buff Mario avatar, and he said that model tastes like mushrooms. But anyways, so I had to sit around for an hour, and to occupy myself with the time, I got myself a little whip because they have all these props that are custom made for this event. And oh my God, let me tell you, there's some bad things. I'll try to keep it PG, but there's some bad tools and implements out there.
I'm fully aware there, sir. I'm fully aware.
Yeah. So I just got myself a little whip, and anytime people would come near me, I'd just whip them away and just like, it makes this little cracking sound. It's pretty fun to play with, I'll be honest. And so, yeah, that was.
They'll get scared of you, man, because then they have phantom sense. They'll be like, you hit me, man.
Exactly.
And you'd be like, back up. Get away from me.
Exactly. That's what I was doing. There was a point where someone who, of course, I can't name, came over and tried to touch my junk, and I just started whip cracking them and getting them all the way across the entire room, and you know.
Damn.
It was you have to defend yourself out there. It was a war zone.
yeah, every independent 8-6 pack Mario, you got to defend yourself, you know. Make sure those deviants don't try to grope you, you know. I get you.
Yeah. And then it was very funny because so it was an hour of like their regularly scheduled program, and regularly scheduled program at a BDSM sex club. I think you can put together what that was. But then after that hour, they're like, all right, we're going to do the seminar. And it turned into this like extremely mundane, like classroom, like college class with a professor like addressing everybody. And it was just like, it was like as boring as a college class was. It was literally just like, and so the phantom sense you experience can be described in 3 ways by the scientist. Like, it was just so boring. So people were just boning, and then they just like switched off the horny sensor in their brain and just watched this like lecture on phantom sense. It was very surreal.
All right, it's been an hour. Get off of me. All right, I'm here to learn about phantom sense, dude.
Yeah, it was something.
I believe it, man. I've seen some things, man. Last time I went to one of those clubs was like 2-3 years ago, man, and it was definitely an experience. Did you have the people that would like, where there's like 5 or 6 people that aren't like they just have their mics on, but they're like heavy breathing, and they're just staring at someone, 2 people smashing, but there's like 5 people just like, come on, yeah.
So there were. There was 2 people going at it and like 3 people watching, but they weren't talking or making any noise. But the funnier one, I think for me, I don't know if it was funny or traumatizing, but there was somebody who was just reading out an audiobook. And so, or like they were just reading out like a fanfic. I didn't really pay attention to what they were saying as much, because all around them, they were doing things like, I run my hand up your thigh and squeeze and like this kind of stuff. And then around them, there's like a little powwow circle of like 3 people just getting off. And they were the ones going, like,
yeah, come on, give me the story. I need to know more.
Yeah. But there was like, it was women and men listening to this audio story, and they're just helping themselves.
Damn.
There is some certainly hilarious content to be found there. I haven't decided if I'm gonna go back, but if I do, I don't know. I don't. It kind of sent me for a loop. And also, remember, these are taking place early in the morning for me. I wake up and go to these. So like, imagine being so groggy in the head and being like, I'm just waking up, like, what's going on? Oh my god, 2 people fucking pounding with mega 12-inch cocks. Like,
yeah, let's go. Yeah.
It's certainly something.
I've had these type of conversations when I was playing Chill VR, which is like VR chat. It's like 50 people, and there's some people that are just very passionate. Like, I never streamed it because I probably couldn't, but like just the conversation. Some guy was like, because in Chill VR you can make props. So you can make like avatars, but you can also spawn props in any world. So this guy was like really passionate, telling me how he's gonna make a cum cannon. He was like, "Yeah, dude, it's gonna be like all over your avatar, dude. Like, oh, it's gonna be so good." I was just like, "What?"
That sounds like a person at these events.
Yeah, exactly. Very passionate things. Man,
there's some passionate people there.
Yeah, I've had some weird experiences. I went to, you ever been the full body tracking heaven world in VR chat? FBT heaven?
Yes, I have been there.
So I went to a public
Listen,
instance.
I'm a fan. I'm a looker, not a toucher. You know. So
Yeah.
strip club stuff like that. I mean, I get it. I understand. We want to look at the anime girl titties. You know.
Yeah,
But
absolutely,
for
absolutely.
me, getting involved at those parties is a definite no go.
Oh yeah, I get you, man. No, I saw somebody. I joined off of a friend. They're in a public. This is like a year or so ago. Very innocent, you know. Very innocent person. And I was talking to some friends in the bar there, and then like I hear someone like sound like they're dying or something. There's like, I'm like, what the like
God.
what? I'm like, what's happening? Someone having a seizure or stroke or something? So I go across where the private rooms are, and there's someone just collapsed on the floor. They're just like, help me. I'm like, what? I'm like, hello, sir, ma'am, what's happening? What? Are you dying? I need to call ambulance or something? They're like, no, I don't need help. Help me. I'm like, what? You're conflicting. I don't understand. And then my friend walked over, examined them, and said, oh no, they're not dying or anything. And I'm like, what's happening? They're like, they're being controlled. And I was like, what do you mean, being controlled?
What?
Being controlled. And I was like, what do you mean by that? They're like, oh, they're using one of those devices, you know, you put in yourself, and then someone, you know, controls the yeah, someone in the lobby was on their phone with one of those apps, and they were cranking it to 11, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of those
I've
things.
heard about those. They're just cranking it up. So was this a woman? Because
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell it was a guy. It was a female model, but like the voice was kind of androgynous. You couldn't tell it was a guy or a girl.
androgynous. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was just like this person was just like
They're being controlled.
yeah, being controlled. I was like, what?
That reminds me of in that seminar. That one point they're like talking about hypnotism and how hypnotizing and like phantom sense kind of go together, and the ability to do that. And they're like, they were trying to explain like, never use this power for evil. Like, what? It was so weird. They were like, yeah, it was. Listen, this shit was so crazy. They were like talking about how basically they were trying to show that you don't need to have your eyes open to experience phantom sense, for some people at least. And so somebody got on the stage and they closed their eyes, and then they just kind of described what they're doing, and then like moved around their head with like their audio sets. It was like ASMR.
Yeah.
And they were doing that, and at one point they're like, you see how powerful this is? Like, they are feeling this with just words. And I was like, are they? I don't, like, my fan sense doesn't work that way.
You should have called him out. Bullshit. Hey, Professor I feels bullshit, dude. You're lying to me, man. A non-believer. Get him, boys. Oh, no. Please, no. Oh, God.
No, God.
No. I tie you up. Oh, shit. No, please. No.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that was. Oh, yeah. No, that's what it was. That's right. It wasn't a tie up, but at one point, they grabbed like the person's wrist, and like that they were demonstrating on. And they're like, do you feel that you're able to break away from my grip right now? And they're like, no. But I was like, wait, what? It's just being like, pull your hand away. And so they didn't feel that they were able to move their hand because somebody in VR was grabbing their arm. It was, I don't know, like I won't, honestly, if I didn't experience phantom sense, I would think all this stuff is just total like garbage, you know, made up. But because I feel parts of it, like I'm willing to kind of believe that they can, but like at the same time, I don't know.
What? I don't really experience phantom sense. The only phantom sense I've ever felt is like the ASMR tingles on like the back of your scalp and like the top of my head. So when someone like rushes my hair like this, I can feel like the ASMR tingles. But when people touch my hand, I don't feel nothing. There's only one other time I felt phantom sense. I told this story many times in my interview, but Too Long Didn't Read story is basically I was using my mechanic outfit, which is the one I used for Callous Row. I was going to a Friends Plus. A guy, there's a bunch of people I knew and some people I didn't know. So some guy randomly went up to me. I was in the VR, and the guy just went up to me and like groped me like this, like constantly. He's like, "Yeah, you like that?" And I was just like, and I felt like pressure on my chest. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, it felt like I was like gasping for air. So I was like, "Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?" And he was just like, And he was like, "You're asking for it looking like that, sugar tits or something like that." I was like, "What the
Yikes.
fuck?" I was like, "Absolutely not!" And then he fucking blocked that loser. But yeah, I was like on the first few, like the only time I really felt Phantom Sense. That and like when someone brushed my face once, and I felt like a warm sensation. But yeah, that was a pretty cringy moment. Yeah. I guess I guess I felt like what it's like to be sexually harassed in real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
very true. Very true. Hey, sugar toots. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm all right now, dude. But yeah, it was definitely a weird experience. Yeah. So. Anyway, so have you ever had some dances before? You know, people dance on you. You know, you into that?
That is so casual. That was so casual. I don't. Let's see. I've had like. I haven't had a lap dance. I don't think. I'd have to really think
All right,
hard if
let's
I've
change
ever
that.
had one.
All right, let's change that.
But I've had people like dancing on a stage who then jump off the stage and then like maybe do like 2 pumps of thrust in my face and then go back to the stage. But not like never a true lap dance. No.
Damn, dude.
I've given lap dances though.
Oh, what the heck?
I guess I'm just a giver. You know.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Thank you, audience.
Yeah, he's a giver, man. Yeah, you got to get one.
I'm a giving person.
Maybe you should go to that club and ask someone to give you a dance.
I don't think, honestly, weirdly enough, I don't think there's that many like. This is gonna sound really mean, so I do apologize, but I don't think anyone there is actually that talented. They just kind of like sex. They're kind of just horny.
Damn.
Like when I think, like maybe maybe that's too harsh, but like I don't think anyone there is like a skilled dancer or like performer or athlete of some kind. I think they're just like kind of degenerate, horny. Yeah.
Damn. You need to go to some actual clubs where the actual dancers, man. It's a different experience.
I mean, I know dancers from the lobby now, so I know some Taiga, my mute, is a very good dancer. I know Kyo, and some others, but yeah, I definitely know some good dancers now. We also have a little dance thing that we've been trying to assemble for a bit, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. But
okay.
Yeah, I like dancing in VR. It's kind of one of my few things that's like I like hanging out, I like dancing, and just kind of doing roleplay stuff. That's my VR experience.
Yeah. Ever had a phantom boner before?
Wait, can you describe what that is? What that means?
Well, I'll tell you why. Okay, this is something that I've coined myself. Basically, when you're a guy and you play as a female character, and obviously you don't have the parts there, but you feel the boner. When you're playing VR and you're having a fun time, but it's not there,
So that's just having a boner, but being in VR.
Yes.
So have I ever had a boner while in VR? Yes.
All right, then you experienced the phantom boner, dude. There you go, man. Congratulations.
Dude, okay. I think you just called it a regular boner. But no, I get you.
Yeah, it was just a fancy way of saying you got a boner in VR, dude. No, I think it's funny because every time I say that, people just laugh. They're like, "What?" Because I say like, "Oh, Phantom Sense." Like, you ever had a phantom boner? They're like, "Wait, what?" Yeah.
I've also never had a model that I've never had a nude model of any kind. So there's that. I don't know
Me
if
neither.
that is part of what you're talking about.
I'm wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Wholesome gang for life.
Absolutely, man.
I'll take my shirt off, but that's maximum. Like Buff Mario, that's probably the limit.
Oof.
What? What the hell, cameraman?
Anyway.
What do you mean, boo?
So you've also been playing
You
also been playing GTA. How's that been going for you?
Oh man, GTA is where I kind of got my it's kind of the roots of my growth. I wouldn't say it's my original streaming was all Ark stuff, but GTA is very popular, and for good reason. It's a really solid platform for RP stuff, but it performs really well on my channel. So, and I love doing it. I have a bunch of favorite characters, but I'm coming back onto it for this new season. They just did a big update, and I've been playing my original character Carl Schwartz, and that's been a lot of fun. And we just kind of get up to antics and have a good time. So I love me some GTA.
All right. I think we'll start taking questions from the chat / forum here that I created a while ago. All right, so we got some questions here. Epic. Richie_links 1999. Has there ever been a time where you weren't sure of yourself and what you do?
I mean, I take this question two different ways. Let me think. I mean, wasn't sure of yourself and what I do. If they're talking, I think they're kind of talking adjacent to imposter syndrome, which is something that I do struggle with. I think a lot of content creators who started off really small, like people with YouTube backgrounds who switch over to streaming, I don't think experiences as much because they have an established platform that kind of build on top of it. But for a lot of people who I've met, and for myself personally, I struggle with the fact that, I don't believe that I'm like, I'll have moments where I think I'm not worthy of any like support or to be able to do streaming for a living, and that'll eat me up a bit. But so yeah, I guess to answer the question, yes, I have been unsure of who I am, what I do, and my ability to do it. It's something you can just struggle with it, and it comes and goes in waves where it's like, maybe you'll have a month where you're just like, fucking hell, I feel like garbage, but then you have to work yourself back into it, and I think I'm able to kind of talk myself down from that ledge of like, I don't deserve this if I really have to. But yeah, it's brutal. It can be hard.
I got you, man. How's it feel to have Taiga as your mute now? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you
Hell yeah.
All right, because it leads into the next question from the audience. Harry's No says, are you giving Taiga enough head pats?
I think the best answer to that question would be that it's up to them to decide that. But I feel like I do my best. I give head pats as often as they require, or as often as they they look at me and say, "Give me goddamn head pats." But I think a big part of that mute partnership is it was kind of instilled in me by a friend who feels that a lot of mute partnerships don't have that mutual respect. And so going into it, like, I knew that if I was going to get a mute in the Gator lobby, or just in general, I guess, because, you can bleed out of that and do other stuff with your mute partner instead of just doing the Gator lobby,
yes.
That there would be this level of mutual respect. So I remember the first night after the mute shuffle where it was official that Taiga had become my mute, that I sat down and talked to him. I was like, how do you feel about the fact that maybe at some point I'll just come over and give you a head pat? Because like on a human level, there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I would want that, someone coming over and like petting you like you're like an animal basically. But I think it's cute, and I give head pats because I'm a giving person. It makes them happy, then I'm happy.
Okay. Taiga asks, how much do you love Taiga?
This much. It's up to interpretation how much that is.
Have you seen Taiga's new model that's being worked on?
I have. It looks really good. A little bit, a lot of cake, a lot of booty back there, I think, is part of it. But as long as it's stream safe, then I think kicks ass. Good new model.
Oh man, should we see my
Being
work
professionally done,
bruh.
Oh mama.
Yeah. Taiga fan.
Is that an invitation?
I mean, I could show you. I use the model every day. So, Taiga fan 420 YOLO. Why is Taiga best mute?
Is this just Taiga on an alt account?
I don't know. Who is that? I don't know.
They said, why is Taiga best mute?
Yeah.
Because for me, they're the best mute partner for me, because my criteria going into it was I wanted a mute partner who was funny and who could dance, because I like, both those things are close to my heart. I like to laugh and I like to dance, I like to have a good time. But I also like to chill out and just be cool and casual. So they check all those boxes, and they're better dancer than me. They might be funnier than me, and they're cool, chill person. So that's why they're the best mute for me.
Damn. Well said, man.
Thanks, bud.
Oh my God, what lulz? This ass. Is there a game you would like to stream, but don't because you don't think it would do well number-wise?
Yeah, we could go down a list, man. Usually like strategy games or military games. Like I wish I could stream more Arma stuff, or I wish I could stream like Total War by myself. I'll do Total War like co-op stuff with Kraken.
Yeah.
But I wish I could do like total. One of my big favorite things is the Warring Kingdoms period, or the Three Kingdoms period in ancient China, which is like if you ever played Dynasty Warriors, or like about like Guan Yu or Lu Bu, these names ring a bell, then I really love that period of history. And so this game came out, Total War Three Kingdoms, and I really wanted to play it, and I was playing it, and I got like less than 100 viewers when my average at the time was 350 or so, and that fucking shattered my soul. So I can't ever go back to that game.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that comes with variety streaming. Like, there's things I can do and can't do, and I pick up on those and kind of adjust. But it's not too bad.
Have you ever used your avatar for like VTubing purposes?
Nope, never. I've talked to Kraken because we were gonna do a Goldman and Ricky from Callus Row like duo VTuber stream, but never got around to it. And then I know that you can turn these models into VTuber models, but I haven't done that yet.
Damn. Maybe if you did that and play Three Kingdoms, people would stick around, man.
Yeah, but then, are they there for the Three Kingdoms? Or are they there for booba wooga wooga?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, if you get the views, you get the people happy and all. As long as you're happy,
True.
man. I mean, Listen, they come for the clickbait. They stay for the storyline,
Very true. Well, I will say that there's no game that I will stream that I don't enjoy. So like, is there things that I can't do that I wish I could? Yes, but everything that I'm already doing, I really enjoy. So I'm not, doesn't stop me any.
Okay. Sneaker Cry or something like that. I apologize for mispronouncing your name. How did you both meet in VR chat? As someone who wants to meet new people in it, I'm having troubles. All right. Do you remember how we met?
Let me think.
I remember it.
I think. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I think it must have been. I think it was before Callus Row that we first met.
That's
right?
correct. That's correct. It was with a very particular individual.
I mean, you said you were part of the Team 5 stuff. Was it like a Whoops hangout, maybe?
It was, I believe, how I first met you was through Drekwiz.
Oh, yeah, I'm good buds with Drek.
Yes,
that
he was.
out.
Yes, he was showing you around VR chat, and then I believe I was in a friend's plus or something, and so Drek I think joined off of me or something like that. We were in presentation room plus, which is the world I made. It's the big presentation room with the giant wall of like 800 people on it, and you were as your Three Kingdoms model. I forget which one the character was, but you were playing as that.
Hell yeah.
And then I was my anime waifu model, and you're just like, whoa, what's going on here? And then that's how I first met you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Back
Yep.
then, that was when Drek was kind of my chauffeur, my VR chat guide, and he would run me around and show me cool stuff and show me cool people. So, I guess to answer that question's person, what did I just say? That person's question fully, then you kind of need someone that knows the scene better than you if you want to meet people quickly. Otherwise, you're gonna have to, just put yourself out there and talk to people, and then maybe they will know somebody. It'll be like a butterfly, or no, not a butterfly. What is it called? Like a chain reaction of just meeting new people, and then they meet new people who show you new people that they know already, and then those people show you new people. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
If you want to meet a lot of people, the quickest way to do that in VR chat, join a roleplay, join a club.
True.
Those are all the people who
Join
go.
the BDSM club.
All right, man. You'll see Lawman there whipping you as fucking Mario, dude. Back, demon! Back!
Back. Whatcha? Whatcha?
Yeah. Neon Annihilator 2. All of your characters, VR chat, GTA, etc., were to get into a fight, who would win?
Oh man. If this is just a fist fight, then I'd have to say my Irish character, Mickey McCarthy, because he's the 10-0 GTA fist fighting champion.
Damn. Holy shit. Nice. All right. First among cows, how did you develop such a great, welcoming chat environment?
Oh man, that's a great question, and one that I love to answer. There is a certain point in your, assuming that this person is wanting to create a community or knows about them, or blah blah blah. There's a certain point in being a streamer where you have to kind of make a decision on what you want your community to be. If you want to grow the fastest, then you have to be welcoming of everybody who does whatever they want. And so that's why you see absolutely fucking massive chat rooms of people that scroll by, 4,000 plus viewers that just fly by. But in that pile of people, you're going to have some toxic people, and you're going to have people that, you don't agree with, or you don't you just don't vibe with, and you don't get along with. So you have to decide as a streamer, is it worth having those viewers because that increases your, revenue and your stream size? Or would you rather cater your community to be one that's really accepting and wholesome and welcoming of new people that are also like-minded? And I made a conscious decision a long time ago that I'm comfortable with a slow rate of growth, but one that involves people that I truly, honestly fucking love and appreciate, instead of just XQC viewers who, you're running a daycare, you got people underage that are coming in and posting memes, or
the juicers,
posting Hydra cocks, and I get that side of it, and don't get me wrong, I don't judge anyone for it. You just have to choose which path you want to go down, and you just have to create an environment that intolerance is not tolerated, if that makes sense. So
yes.
People coming in, you don't want racists, you don't want homophobes, you don't want these people. Mm-hmm. Well, end of the day, those people will make you money, but if they're not gonna, if you don't want them part of your community, then you're gonna lose that money, and you're gonna have to decide which path you want to go down. And so for me, I cultivated it over multiple years. What is it now? 2017. It must have been four years. And I've just kind of slowly built up, and I'm very comfortable with my rate of growth, because it means that the people in the community are, especially, you need beacons of examples of the community you want to have. So for me, I know a lot of my chat by their name and what they do and their personalities, because I just take the time to care about each viewer a little bit more than I think some larger streamers would. And so those people kind of set the example. So new viewers coming in, they go like, if they're toxic right away, they're going to get shut down by chat because, chat is like, hey, knock it off. Bad, spray them with the spray bottle. And at that point, you have this this barrier to entry for those people who are less than desirable, and it's up to them. They either have to change the way they are, if they're, a bad person or whatever, and they want to be part of the community, then they're gonna have to change. They're gonna have to, be more accepting, more inviting, and more loving to the people around them, and that it kind of self-polices itself. Like I don't even have like things for my mods to do. I just kind of give them permissions, and they run it all for me. So just not tolerating intolerance is
absolutely
the best way to make a good community.
That's the way I am too, man. When something says something stupid, I just call it out. I'd be like, why'd you say that? We don't allow that. Like, what's wrong with you? You know?
Yeah.
So
I think that's my favorite way to go about it.
Next question here. I can't say this first word because apparently it's TOS nowadays, so I'll say shrimp instead. Shrimp for Gina Carano? Who's that? It says, do you shrimp for Gina Carano? Who's that?
What?
What? I don't know. Who is this? What is this even question, dude?
Can I Google it?
Yeah, who is
phone
this?
A friend? I don't know what
I
this
don't
is.
know. I don't know. Gina. Last name Carano. Carano? Gina Carano. Who is that? Oh, the Mandalorian actress.
Oh, the Mandalorian actress. No? That's such a weird question.
Okay, anyway. Something friendly. Do you drink coffee? And if so, what do you like? How do you like it?
Oof. I'm sure there's a lot of good answers to that question, but my answer is no. I don't drink coffee. Sorry.
Well, same dude. I'm feel the same way. Capapo. This is the last question. Unless someone else has any more of these questions. Exclamation point questions in the chat to fill out more questions, by the way. Capapo asks, would you take your friends who are more new to VR chat to those BDSM clubs of crumpet? Question.
No.
Uh-huh.
It's this is advanced users only kind of thing. People who know, like, that's like, I don't know. It's like taking your kid there. You don't want to do that. There's two types of people I wouldn't bring there. The very advanced users who I think would be actually into it. And the people who are so new that it would shape their opinion on the game and of the people. And both of those don't need to go there. I think it depends what you're there for, I guess. But if you're talking about the way me and Crumpet do it, then I would bring people I've known for a long time and have done VR for a long time. And I know them pretty well.
Oh, someone like me?
Oh, yeah. If you want to go, then by all means.
Man. I have to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and go to this place, dude. It sounds like a chore.
It was, dude. I have to get up. I'm waking up early. I have an alarm. You know how,
oh, you're ready.
I set alarms for stuff.
Ooh, you're like.
I just live my life. I wake up when I wake up. But for this, I have to set an alarm. I have to get up and go. All right, waking up. Start my day. All right. BDSM sex.
Yes, I'm ready. My body's ready.
It's off-putting, but it's funny. It's a great source of meeting the most interesting people.
Yeah, they're very passionate about what they do. That's what makes it more interesting. Yes. Anyway, we have more questions. Nice. Aeon burner account. Well, anonymous burner account. What are your future plans for your channel?
Well, besides just general upgrades, I don't don't know. I don't like. I'm kind of the same way I was 4 years ago. Like, there's been some changes and some personal growth and stuff, but there's not much I would do. I don't think I want to plan any rebranding or anything like that. I don't think I'm gonna get into like VTubing or anything. So not much. I plan on getting a YouTube channel started up pretty soon because that was one of my subathon goals, and I'm working on that. But general upgrades like better production value and getting a new PC means I can stream higher quality, like game stuff, blah blah blah. But like nothing major, I think.
All right.
Just onwards and upwards, baby.
Snacky Crate asks, what was the first and what was the best stream you ever had?
Oh man, the first stream I ever did was, holy moly, that was in 2017. It was on Ark Survival Evolved on an RP server called Twitch RP, and I played a character. I believe my very first character was called Gar. He was a pirate, and I just kind of, I think I had 1 or no viewers or something like that, like 1 to 2 or something, and I just kind of ran around and did the same thing I always did, which was you know, run a roleplay crew with my friends who were streamers, and then just kind of did my own thing. Like, I never directly asked for or wanted support from my friends. I just wanted to do it on my own, and so that's where I started out. And my best stream in terms of viewership would actually have been WrestleMania stuff that I was doing on WWE. My top number for solo, like no host, no raid, kind of like top viewer count was through that, and I think I hit like 2,200 viewers doing Streamer Mania, which is like I made my friends as wrestlers in this WWE game and made them fight and wrestle, and I was just shoutcasting it the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was probably my best ones.
There's a guy who does that for VR chat models. Like, he'll take like VR chat streamers and then like pin them against each other, but he makes like all the girls into like muscly men and just beats the shit out of each other. Yeah.
That sounds like a good time. Do they like rig it, or do they have like people get into the avatars and fight?
Oh no, this is like they're doing the WWE game, but they're the characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made them.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could do WrestleMania in VR chat. There is a raw map, and you can just LARP it, dude.
Yeah, you can totally LARP it. I mean, that's one of the things. There's a boxing map I know that you can do that gives you gloves. That's fun. I like the box.
Yeah, Udon boxing. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. J-Man1606, we're 5 minutes left of this interview, by the way. When you look at chat for the first time in a while, what was the weirdest / funniest thing you remember them doing, either Discord or Twitch chat?
Wait, what was the first part of that?
1 second. When you look at chat for the first time in a while, what was the weirdest / funniest thing you remember them doing, either Discord or Twitch chat?
That would be a lot to think back on for 4 years, but recently I really liked them editing. I have this smug emote, and they were editing different outfits on the smug emote. That really tickled my fancy, and I added a few of those to the server because they were really cute. But they added like my howdy emote mixed with the smug emote, and they were like doing smug howdies, and it was funny to see them be creative and like mix and match new outfits on it. I mean, I've caught them being fucking horny a bunch of times, and I have to spray them with a spray bottle.
Oh my.
Not like actually, like there's no actual like horny stuff, but they were posting like food related sex gifs for a bit in my Discord, where it's like like a donut being glazed in a weirdly sexual way. So that made me laugh. But Yeah. I mean, it's been good times. I mean, sometimes in chat, like, there's been times I know where I look over and somebody just, I haven't read chat for a bit, and then somebody says something super weird or off-putting that clearly is part of a conversation that I had missed in the past, like, 10 minutes. And it, like, super out of context, like a game of telephone. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That happens all the time.
I got you, man. It's all the questions we'll take from the chat for now, and my own questions. Do you have any questions for me to wrap this up? Anything you want to know from me about anything at all? Any questions?
I mean, I like this map. Did you make this map?
No, I commissioned a guy by the name of Legends VR. He helped create the Devouring map. Ever played the Devouring in VR chat?
We haven't, but actually me and Tiger were planning on it.
Yes, it's very spooky. He also made the meat grind, or I think he helped do some things with the meat grinder map and then the incinerator map. Those are other game modes he's helped create. Basically, he's part of a group called the Four Ponies, and basically they're four people that build worlds together. They're part of the VRC prefabs, which is a big community of people in VR chat that focus mostly on world creation and stuff like that. So every week they go around and check out each other's maps and stuff like that. I got in contact with him because Legends made the Neko sister cabin world, the drinking world that you probably joined on Fridays. He made that world too.
Yeah, been there.
He's made a bunch of really cool homes and worlds like that. So I got in contact with him about a year ago, and I was like, hey man, I have this really ambitious project. You want to like help build like a talk show world? And he was like, what? And then here it is a year later. Yeah,
it's great. And then what I've actually had the idea to do like not so much. So what kind of interviews do you usually do? Do you do only interviews with content creators, or because my idea that I had to do with it was I wanted to interview people who were just like out there, like weirdos and like stuff like that, and get inside their head and ask them what it could be BDSM people. I don't know, but like just people, because you meet all walks of life in VR chat, and you know, I wanted to learn more about them and stuff. But do you ever? What's your focus for interviews? Do you just do content creators?
I do streamers, YouTubers, world creators, avatar creators, role players. I did a Cal's Role podcast last year and Ascension Academy, which is 2 different role plays. I did an avatar creator podcast. Basically, I interview anyone, but like mostly, you know, streamers and stuff like that. For now, I plan on expanding to basically anyone that is interesting, that has a story to tell. Obviously in show business.
I think that's more what I was thinking.
Yeah, like listen, man, if you're thinking about stepping my toes, dude, there's literally like 100 talk shows in real life. Okay, I don't think Jimmy Fallon cares about Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, like they both do talk shows, dude. Like, you know, I don't think Stephen Colbert cares about what Conan's doing. All right, they all have their own quirks and their personalities. So
yeah. Well, cool. Well, I like the stuff, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. I also plan on doing not just talk shows, but like improv nights and like avatar showcase, which I've already done, but I'm planning on expanding the stage area to like have different stages for different types of content. So I'm actually like, my core thing is interviews, but I'm going to become like the game show guy, basically.
Yeah, that's a great direction to take it.
Yeah, and then
I wish you luck. Yeah. And you know, if you want me to come back and do some game shows, that sounds fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll just take a little bit to well, basically just replace this stage here with a giant flat stage, and then you just be like, improv night, you know? Be like, okay, your name is Richie, and you work at the grocery store. Yeah, like that. Like, you know, just give you a prompt, and then you got to LARP it out, you know? Yeah, exactly. And chat votes if it's funny or not.
Brutal. Chat doesn't find a lot of things funny.
Yeah, I also thought about doing debates too, like VR debates, where like there's 2 podiums on the like over there, and then we give you a topic.
That would get heated.
Oh yeah, let's go! Come on, man, it's content, you know. We'll give you a topic, and then one person has to fight for and against it. It wouldn't be political, like actual like politics. That's Resident Sleeper. I'm talking about like, you know, be like, I don't know. Some whatever. You get the idea. Whatever topics would be brought
I
up.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah, and then chat votes on who's better at debating or who's better at bullshitting. Maybe we'll call it like bullshit or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like you just get really bad topics, but whoever's the better convincing, you know? Or we'll do like Dragon's Den, where like you have to sell a product to a bunch of judges.
I mean, I love all those, man. I would take part in those instantly. So hit me up if you decide to go with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, without further ado, we'll wrap it up. Here is an hour and 30 minutes, just like how I said, you know, we agreed upon. So, if you like to, any final words, you have any final statements, be like, hey, I'm going to be streaming twitch.tv Lawman. Anything you want to say?
That is factually correct. I will be streaming after this with some GTA. Twitch.tv/Lawman, and hope you guys learned a bit about me. Some cool stuff. Thanks for taking interest.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit him up. Follow him on Twitter. Soon to be YouTuber. He's gonna be streaming some GTA. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for this interview, Lawman. I appreciate it. I'll hit you up when I got some game stuff going on here. You know. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Absolutely. I'll see you in Kalos Row this Friday, maybe. You need a mechanic.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
We do need that mechanic.
Absolutely. And before you go, we'll take a photo, and then you be on your way. That's it.
Oh, cute.
Of course, man. I take photos of every single guest, so when I'm feeling down, I open up my files, I open up the photos for VRChat, and I just look at all the people I interviewed, and I'm like, that was Lawman. He's a good guy. Yeah?
Hell yeah.
That's what I do.
Remember the good times. Do I look somewhere for this picture?
I can just
go. Camera one.
I can just I bring the camera to you. Watch this. In my hand. Whoops.
Oh.
Come on, VRChat. There we go. I got it. We're going. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You get my good side?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course I got your good side, homie.